Hey everybody, I have more cards to share with you all today. I have been doing more of the watercolor type cards. Well, they're not actually watercolor. They're using my stamps, and the stamps are kind of a watercolor effect on them. So let me just show you what I've created. First is this purple card, and this is actually using some paper I got from Esme store. It is called Fleur, and I think it's a Russian paper company. Oh, here it is. I knew I had the piece of it left. This is the bottom selvage edge of the paper. So this is the collection, Flowers of Provence, and I used that as the card base, and then I had cut some Michael's 65 pound cardstock, and I actually don't like this for the stamping. I think I prefer the 110 pound, just to give it more weight. So this particular stamp set with the flowers is actually Painted Flowers Altenew set. And I used, instead of using the Altenew inks, I wanted to see whether I could accomplish the similar watercolor effect with different inks. And so I used my Lawn Fawn inks, and I used some My Favorite Things hybrid inks. The Lawn Fawn ones were dye inks, and then the My Favorite Things, the MFT ones, are hybrid inks. And I also used a dye for the scalloped edge. That's from Waltzing Mouth Stamps, and I think they're no longer in business. And then this Thanks here comes from another die set, and I can't remember who makes it. But that is the outside of my card on the front. Here's the back. This is just the reverse of the paper that you see as the base. It's this color, and it's actually the same color on the inside. So I can write my message there. And then, of course, I did do the lining inside of my Paper Source envelope with the same paper. It's actually the same 12 by 12 sheet of paper that I used for all of this. So that's the purple one. This is a yellow one. I decided to go ahead and try yellow. I don't know what, I think this cardstock might also be Stampin' Up! Cardstock, but I'm not sure. It's kind of bright, right? So I used the yellow inks on this one and the green, and this die here is a Hello die, and I don't remember where I got that either. I'd have to look it up. And then again with the same scalloped stitched rectangle, and instead of putting a liner on the back of this one, I embossed just the front with this little heart embossing folder. You can see the little hearts. And also this one envelope. And this is again a Paper Source envelope. This heart embossing folder is, I think it's an X-cut embossing folder, and it's a 6x6. So that's what I used for this card, and I don't think I stamped on the inside either. See, I want to write my messages when it comes time to send the card out. And then the last of the watercolor ones, of course I had to do a pink one, right? So here's the pink one. And I don't know if you noticed, there were some boo-boos or mistakes that I had in there with the inks like that, but you don't really notice it when you're looking at a watercolor sort of image. It's not perfect, but I went ahead and decided to use it. This Thank You is actually the same manufacturer as this one here, because they're actually joined together. And since I cut it out of glittered cardstock, I figured I will go ahead and use it on this card. And the glitter cardstock is the one from the Dollar Tree. It cuts very nicely with your thin wafer dies. And then I did line this one with some shabby paper. This comes from Hobby Lobby, and it's also on the back of the card here. So yeah, that is my third watercoloring one. But wait, there's more. I did a fourth card, and actually it's a birthday card for somebody. It's for mail, so hopefully it's not too girly looking. Because you could see here, I used a sheet of the catalog that I got, the Sears catalog. It's actually a reproduction catalog, so it's not a true, catalog from the 1900s. But I use the background sheet here. This red here is actually a Paper Tray ink paper that I got in one of the grab bags. And it has little stars on it. So I used my tassel dies, and I used this one here, the wavy one, and the smaller wavy one, as well as this one, which is kind of a asymmetrical one, to create these 4 tassels. And I used some burlap twine here to make the little holder, I don't know what you call it, the string that comes out of the tassel, to make the loop. And all 4 tassels are actually end to end on each other. So there's 2 different strings in here, and they're stapled down to the card. And then I tied another piece around the top to make it look, like a bow. And there's some glitter washi tape on here on the outside of the tassel. So I kind of just tied them so that they were different heights on the card. And then this is a Simon Says stamp, happy birthday stamp. And I used some glitter embossing powder from American Crafts. Is that right? Yeah, from Zing. I don't know. It's just red glitter, I think, is what it's called. It's really pretty, if you could see this in person. And then I used some gold sequins for the front. And this card base, this is actually an A2 card. The other 3 were 4-bar. This A2 card is actually on the Michaels 110-pound cardstock, so it's pretty thick. And then I just stamped Let's Celebrate inside of the card. And again, this is supposed to be for a males, hence the reason I use that paper in the back. Hard to do mail cards that aren't cutesy or, kind of too pretty or whatever. So that is what I used for that particular card. And that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed my share, and I will hopefully be back with more. Not a haul, hopefully. Well, maybe. I don't know. Talk to you soon. Bye.